Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing FeatherCleave. I'm so excited to jump into this one. This one is so much fun. So Feather, first off, I was wanting to play an actual like Boros Embercleave deck, and I was thinking like 10th District Legionnaire would be pretty fun to play with. So play Vindicator, and I was just thinking like, you know what, Feather would be perfect because having a flyer that can get pumped pretty easily, that we have a deck that can pump it up, as well as just give it protection, everything like that, is really good for Embercleave. There's not a ton of people playing it with flyers, except the occasional like Skargan Hellkite that you see out there, which I was trying to fit into this deck, but we're down to 22 lands right now to try to fit everything in, which may be a little bit too low. We may need to drop like an Aurelia, but it's just so good. Anyway, so this is what I came up with, is a deck that I'm really happy with. It's been really fun so far for me, and a couple like interesting things in here. So Adventure doesn't actually work with Feather's ability. It ends up exiling itself before Feather can exile it and then bring it back. And so Fairy Godmother really only there to give our 10th District Legionnaire or something else flying, as well as kind of use like anything that's equipped to Embercleave can also get pumped up and get flying. So it is valuable. It also creates a flyer for us. It gets another attacker out on the battlefield that's evasive that we can put Embercleave onto, which can just finish the game for us, especially with all of our pump spells. Anything that gets, what is it? Has double strike and trample and +1/+1/+1. Pretty good stuff. And so that's pretty much what we're trying to do with this deck, is just get out 2 to 3 different creatures, swing in. That's the biggest thing we found with Embercleave, is that playing it for 4 is so good still. And if we can play it for 3 and hold up, God's Willing, Defiant Strike, anything like that, pretty good for us as well. The only issue I'm seeing with this deck so far is that I only have 22 lands. I think 23 is right to like be able to make sure that we can play stuff like multiple things a turn. But in testing so far, I've still been actually getting quite a few lands. I'm just not sure if that's like awkward running of MTG Arena, but I'm going to keep it as is for now. But just so you guys know, you may want to drop one thing for a land. I just don't know what thing that is. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, up against Dragonus. Bring it on, Dragonus. And let's see. Pretty good hand here. I love Tajik with Dreadhorde Arcanist, especially with the this is actually pretty good stuff. Pretty good indeed. So Temple of Triumph first, Dreadhorde Arcanist into Tajik. To the bottom for sure. Shahur. Dude, the land base for 2 color is so bad right now. Otter Asher. Probably takes Tajik. I feel like Tajik's the most threatening thing here. Dreadhorde Arcanist is nice with Deafening Strike because I can at least draw 2 cards. So, like they do take that. Which will probably just get out Fairy Godmother here and Castle Embereth. Yeah, I don't care to God's Willing that. Just get out something here. If we can start growing it with Tajik, it does become relevant. Narset.
I have practiced again. Meditate and prepare.
All right, we're gonna kill that. Fire. God's Willing would be pretty nice against the Enter the God Eternals for the next turn. So swing there, swing here. Mentor, yup. Pass the turn. Let's hope they don't have Ritual of Soot. Is that even still in the format? I can't remember. Drawn from Dreams. So I'm guessing they're going to grab a land. So God's Willing actually going to be pretty nice here for us with Tajik. Let's get out, Castle Ardenvale. I guess we'll see what we draw, but we'll probably just get out Sacred Foundry, actually. And put on the clock here. That'll be pretty nice. Ooh, Embercleave. Ah, man. Embercleave does 8. It's not enough for lethal, so I'm actually going to hold on to it here. and hold up God's Willing instead. And see, so the whole thing is this deals 4 points of damage, so they can't actually target Fairy Guide Mother at all here. So they can only, well, they can target it, but it won't do any damage. So that they could create a blocker that way, but God's Willing will stop it from even targeting, I think. So I'm not sure if it still amasses at that point, or if it fizzles. Yeah, I'm not sure if that will still gain them life and amass. Fires of Invention, okay. I'm guessing it's Enter the God Eternals. Can't do damage to us, so I'm actually going to hold up just God's Willing, so doesn't get to do any damage to him. Okay, so now God's Willing will give Tajik. Yeah, this is good. All right, so I think just God's Willing onto Tajik for black. Do we actually have lethal here? That's actually not bad with Tenth Legionnaire. If they do have something here, that can be a way that we can still win. All right, so FeatherCleave go. Oh, dang it. I guess I wasn't able to pump Fairy Guide Mother. Does that bring him down to 1? Okay. I was doing my math wrong there. Whew, all right, that worked out very well. And dude, actually, this deck is really good when it runs right. All right, up against Catch 33, a little bit better than Catch 22. And let's see what we've got here. Scry, Fervent Champion. This is pretty good, actually. I wish that this was a knight for Fervent Champion. It'd be so good. But either way, we at least have some stuff that's good with Aurelia. Once we start mentoring, it'll be good. So like, if we keep things alive, phenomenal. We do have the colors that we need, so I'm going to keep that. Like, hopefully land or feather off the top. We may even just want land. Well, there's land. Tajik, very, very good. Now we're going to go Swiftblade Vindicator into Tajik. So grand. We don't get out the Fervent Champion right away, but meh. We'll make it work. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. I've not actually seen that played. Kind of excited. All right, Swiftblade Vindicator. Let's hope they don't have removal for this. I think we have a shot of doing some really powerful stuff next turn. Being super awesome. It says lifelink. Okay. Oh man. Oh yes. Yes. All right. This is good. All right. Start growing our Swiftblade Vindicator. Yup. Oh man, this is one of the most powerful things you can do with this. I mean, having Fervent Champion would have been even better on turn 1, but this is not bad. Yeah, opponent just scoops it up. Next turn we would have had Aurelia. Turning this into, well, I guess we would have pumped like maybe Tajik instead to keep mentoring correctly. But we had the win probably the turn after. Unless we actually did intervention, I think we could have won that turn. All right, up against Paco. Bringing on Paco. 369. 369. 369. All right, keeping this. Sorry for my awful singing. I'm really sorry. This isn't like amazing, but we at least have the Defiant Strike, which is nice for some card draw if we absolutely need it. If we can just get creatures out, lands to get this FeatherCleave, like we actually can just go crazy pants with this as well. Cauldron Familiar, Boo Hiss. Man, I haven't played against one of these in a while. I don't like seeing it. Well, double Fervent Champion is very powerful in and of itself. Let's see if they start blocking. They probably won't until they have a Cauldron. Or I mean a Witch's Oven. Down to 14 past the turn. Oh man. If we could have had another 1-drop there, we would have had FeatherCleave on this next turn, which would be so sweet. All right, swing in. I'm debating if I want to hold on to this Defiant Strike or not. It's so good with Feather later game. Aurelia probably coming out next turn. Opponent deciding on something. All they have is the Witch's Oven, so they must just not notice what they're doing. That's cool, that's cool. Alright, swing it on in. I mean, I'm assuming they're just chump blocking, sacking, bringing it back, all that stuff. Do I want to Defiant Strike? If I find another creature, it's actually really good. Let's go ahead and do it here. Defiant Strike, another Embercleave. Meh. The nice thing about Embercleave is that because it has trample, even if they sack and lose it, we actually can Embercleave onto one of the creature that gets chump blocked on the next turn, and it does really well for us. I guess trample kind of works. Yeah, we'll see. Murderous Rider. They don't actually play it out. Really interesting. All right, swing in. I'm gonna hover over Castle Embereth like, yo, we got this, yeah. And I think I'm just gonna go for this Embercleave. I could also just play Feather afterwards if they don't block. Alright, they block like that. That's fine. Alright, put Murderous Rider first. Embercleave. Bet you didn't expect that, sir. Alright, we need to kill Murderous Rider before they gain life. Yeah, it is definitely best to put it on this one. I was just double checking to make sure, but I'm sure. Wait, how's the tools? I'm not really sure what the best thing for them to do here is. It probably just sack Cauldron Familiar, bring it back, be able to block something else in the next turn. I think going ahead and letting the 3 damage be soaked up here is the best instead of 1. So yeah. They don't get to gain life from it or anything like that, which is the whole reason we did this. Keeping them low on their life total. We get to swing in, hit for 5 to their face. They get to gain 1 back. Down to 7 though, past the turn. Aurelia, if they don't have removal, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't hold on to that for removal. The Murderous Rider. Maybe they had another one? So we could see if they have another one. We do get to just equip this for free over here, which is sweet. The only other thing we'd probably go for is like Feather into some sort of pump spell. We don't use Aurelia. All right, Aurelia. They're acting like they have some sort of removal here. I guess maybe we should have pumped this one. It does give it trample as well, which would have been really nice. But if they don't have removal, I don't see how they can even block to survive. Maybe they have to gain life here and then... Yeah. Yeah, so they block here, gain life, bring back Cauldron Familiar before damage is completely done. All right, kills the Embercleave. Yeah, take action. Planes. Still okay here. All right, they're blocking the guy with trample. Perfect, 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 perfect. I love it when people miss on that. Yeah, still hits your face. It has trample. Alright, goes up to 3. They can go up to 5 next turn. Aurelia's flying through the air. We have the FeatherCleave in hand as well. We have Castle Embereth if it may just be butter. Whoa, what in the world? 4 color?
Leave before I make you disappear.
Alright, so we have the win with Aurelia here. I don't see how they can get out of this now with them tapped out. But I did not expect a Hollow Fountain to be coming out there. That is... What? Did that just like accidentally get put into their deck somehow?
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Pity we couldn't have been allies. Yep. Alright, next. Pump ya. Once we show the other FeatherCleave, we win. So swing at your face, mentor, pump the fervent champion, FeatherCleave. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop it up. That is what we're trying to do. That is so fun when it works. Whoo! Alright, up against Wistarn. Bring it on, Wistarn. And it's a fun name to say. I'm gonna keep this. I'm debating if I'm wanting to play this Temple of Triumph right away or not. I mean, having a Scry turn 1 is so nice. Being able to play both these guys on turn 2 would be pretty nice as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and wait a turn. If we can find like another Fervent Champion as well, that'd be pretty nice. Land for Aurelia. And land for Feather. We need double white mana, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it. Fervent Champion. So I could just pump here, 3 damage on the next turn, play Fairy Guide Mother, 3 damage on the next turn. Like, we could just try to go really aggressive here and be close to winning in a couple turns. If they're playing the discard deck, though, we're probably just going to want to get... Let's go ahead and get Fairy Guide Mother out. Pass the turn. Burglar Rat. Alright, so this is the discard deck. I think we're going to go ahead and drop this Integrity. I really want to hit Aurelia. Oh man, Fervent Champion. We still have a chance of hitting a land there. I am going to play these out. This is 5 damage a turn, which gives us a really quick win condition. With Castle Embereth as well. Like, honestly, Castle Embereth isn't bad. Just to pump all of our creatures for the next couple turns. As long as they don't hit Kaya's Wrath on turn 4, I think we're actually in pretty good shape that way. Alright, so what's better here? Aurelia as a possibility or Castle Embereth for sure? I think the answer is Castle Embereth for sure, right?
Ugh, what a
Feather.
whiner.
Well, that works too. All attack. Do we care about Davriel? No, we don't. We want to go face. Down to 11, pass the turn. Next turn with Castle Embereth. They have a lot of damage. They don't have Kaya's Wrath mana. Sweet. All right, we have a shot here. We get, what is it? 3, 6, 8 plus 4. We have lethal. They have to have removal. Murder Strider doesn't necessarily do it either. Reveal your hand. Choose non-land player's graveyard. Hey, what? We still have lethal though.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
All right, swing at face. Yep, do the pumpages. Castle Embereth. And I believe we go to -1 here with that. Oh, booyah! Sweet. Dude, I have not seen that card in forever. It's actually kind of cool. I think you take something from the graveyard, then you can play it without paying its converted mana cost. Pretty solid stuff if you can make it work. All right, up against Aiden. Bring it on, Aiden. Let's do this madness. And wrong colors of mana. We got a mulligan. Better. Drop a Tajik. And this is actually, if we get to pull this off, so good. Swiftblade Vindicator into Tajik, still one of the best things you can do in standard right now, and we hit the land that we need. So if we can keep this combo alive, so powerful. All right, Swiftblade Vindicator, pass the turn. What you gonna do about that? Hopefully not kill my guy. That'd be annoying. Lucky Clover. All right, we'll Tajik. So if they have Stomp, they can play double Stomp. Yeah, Teamer Adventure is really powerful here. They have to sequence this correctly, though. All right, so they have it there first, so they do it right. So they kill this guy first, and then now that he's dead, they can get the Swiftblade Vindicator. Drats. But we are curving out correctly. Aurelia comes out, past the turn. This is going to be hard for them to deal with. They can bounce it all day long, I guess, if they get that going. God's Willing will be nice to use, hopefully for that. A Lucky Clover. Okay. Let's just swing in. I want a Defiant Strike. Let's go ahead and do it. Ah, come on. All right, pass the turn. God's Willing will be pretty nice here if they go for the bounce. They could also go for Bone Crusher Giant as well. Another Lucky Clover. Wow. Nice. Oh, come on. All right, protection from red. Yeah, man. After we've used our God's Willing and Defiant Strike, now we find the Feather, of course. Oh, I guess I should have waited till they had targeted more times. Right. That was bad sequencing on my part. Swing it on in. Count to 7. Feather. If they just have double bounce, though, it's so bad for us. I should have... Yeah. I could have held on to the land there, but I think it is... Are you serious? Wow. Okay, we actually have a shot here. Okay, I think we actually... Yeah, it's a good game. Oh, that's weird. So, wait, it actually did go to exile with Feather. Okay, I had read somewhere that it does the opposite, so that was actually really weird. So, Fairy Godmother did go to exile with Feather instead of going to exile with Adventure. So, I've been led astray. That means that Adventure is so powerful with Feather. Has no one just actually tried that out? Or maybe Arena's got it wrong, but that was awesome. All right, so we went 5-0 with FeatherCleave, which so powerful. That was awesome. I felt like we were in control most of those games, most of the time. The very aggressive playstyle. I wasn't playing in like ranked at the time. I was actually just kind of testing this out a little bit. I did lose one game at the very beginning that I just made a really big mistake on, so I got out of it. But then I went 5-0 after that, you know. And so the deck is definitely powerful, definitely good. I would be interested to see how it does against more like more just straight control type decks, which I guess we did run up against them. Anyway, I'd love to hear down in the comments below what you guys think of this deck. If you guys would change anything. If the 22 lands was actually right, I mean, it seemed to do really well for us. We were a little bit tight on lands a couple times, but I mean, it worked out. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye. Thank you.